Former U.S. President Donald Trump has launched a collection of digital trading cards depicting him in various guises, including a superhero, astronaut, and NASCAR driver. Mr. Trump said, "These limited edition cards feature amazing art of my life and career." Last month, the billionaire launched his third bid for the White House. He triggered speculation this week after saying he would make a major announcement. Some commentators had expected him to potentially name a running mate for his presidential campaign. Instead, Mr. Trump posted a promotional video on his social media platform, Truth Social. The clip featured an animated version of the former president in front of the Trump Tower in New York, who rips open his shirt to reveal a superhero costume emblazoned with the letter T as lasers shoot from his eyes. Later on Truth Social, Mr. Trump said the non-fungible tokens were very much like a baseball card, but hopefully much more exciting. He added that the cards, costing $99 each, would make a great Christmas gift. Buyers will also be entered into a sweepstake, with the chance of winning prizes including a gala dinner or a game of golf with Mr. Trump. NFTs have been touted as the digital answer to collectibles, but critics have warned about risks in the market. The one-of-a-kind assets in the digital world can be bought and sold like any other piece of property. They can be thought of as certificates of ownership for virtual or physical assets. The announcement has been criticized by social media users, with high-profile Republicans also speaking out. "I can't do this anymore," Steve Bannon, a right-wing media commentator and former chief strategist for Mr. Trump, said about the NFTs on his podcast. "Anyone involved in the project ought to be fired today," he added. In an apparent jibe at Mr. Trump, U.S. President Joe Biden said on Twitter that he had some major announcements the last couple of weeks too. "I had some major announcements the last couple of weeks, too," Joe Biden, December 15, 2022. Heavy checkmark. "I just signed the Respect for Marriage Act." Heavy checkmark. "We brought Brittany Griner home." Heavy checkmark. "Gas prices are lower than a year ago." Others speculated that sale of NFTs was to help fund the legal battles that Mr. Trump is embroiled in. The funds would not be put towards his presidential campaign, according to the website for the NFTs. "These digital trading cards are not political and have nothing to do with any political campaign," it said. NFT Inc. LLC is not owned, managed or controlled by Donald J. Trump, the Trump Organization, CIC Digital LLC, or any of their respective principals or affiliates, it added.
World's largest freestanding cylindrical aquarium bursts in Berlin. Around 100 emergency responders rushed to the site, a leisure complex that also houses a Radisson hotel and a museum as well as the aquarium. Sea Life Berlin offered glass elevator rides through the Aquadom Aquarium, which it says was the world's largest freestanding cylindrical aquarium at 14 meters in height. 2 people were injured by splinters of glass, and police evacuated the hotel in the complex on concern that there could be structural damage. Just chaos. The whole aquarium burst and what's left is total devastation. Lots of dead fish, debris, hotel guest Sandra Wieser told Reuters. Search and rescue dogs scoured the ground floor of the building, which was too littered with debris for responders to access, but found no casualties, the Berlin Fire Brigade said on Twitter. A spokesperson for the fire brigade told Reuters it was still unclear what had caused the Aquadom Aquarium to burst. Unbelievable damage. Sea Life said on its website it would remain closed on Friday due to the incident. The company did not immediately respond to requests for comment by Reuters. Neither the fire brigade nor the police commented on the fate of the fish, though police said on Twitter there had been unbelievable maritime damage. Around 350 people who had been staying at the hotel in the complex were asked to pack their belongings and leave the building, the fire brigade spokesperson said. Buses were sent to provide shelter for people leaving the hotel as outside temperatures in Berlin hovered around -7 degrees Celsius, police said. Emergency services shut a major road next to the complex that leads from Alexanderplatz toward the Brandenburg Gate due to the large volume of water that had flooded out of the building. The aquarium was last refurbished in 2020, according to the website of the Dom Aquari complex. During the upgrading work, all the water was drained from the tank and the fish were moved to aquariums in the basement of the building, where there is a breeding care facility for the fish, it said.
"10 dead, including 5 children, as fire rips through apartment block in Lyon, France." At least 10 people, including 5 children, were killed when a fire broke out Friday morning at an 8-story apartment building in a suburb of the French city of Lyon. 4 people are in critical condition, and another 10, including 2 firefighters, suffered minor injuries from the blaze in the town of Vaux-en-Velin, the regional authority of Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes said in a statement. French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin said the children who were killed ranged from ages 3 to 15. The fire has since been put out. "It's obviously a shock. The death toll is extremely serious," Darmanin told journalists. French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne called the incident tragic, and offered her solidarity and support to the victims and their loved ones. A local resident named Saram, who lives 100 meters from the building, told CNN affiliate BFM TV that he had heard children shouting from a 4th-floor balcony at around 2:25 a.m. and that a group of residents used a ladder to evacuate 25 people from the 2nd floor. "The flames weren't violent," he said, "but there was a lot of smoke and the people who were crying for help couldn't breathe." Around 170 firefighters and 65 fire engines were sent to the scene, the regional authority said. Emergency services were alerted about 3:12 a.m. local time on Friday morning, the authority said, and arrived at the scene 13 minutes later. The fire broke out on the ground floor of the structure, Major Geoffrey Cazu, a spokesman for the National Federation of Firefighters, told French broadcaster LCI on Friday. Because smoke filled internal evacuation routes, evacuations were only possible through the exterior of the building using ladders, which complicated the rescue, Cazu said. The inferno went on to engulf the top 3 floors of the building, according to BFM TV. It was put out at around 6 a.m. Rida, another resident who lived just in front of the apartment building, told BFM TV he and his child were awakened by the chaos at about 3 in the morning. Police had blocked the route and firefighters were already on the scene. He said he heard a father screaming, my children, save my children." The source of the fire is still being investigated, and local prosecutors said in a statement that an investigation has been opened to determine exactly what caused the fire. Nothing, including criminal intent, has been ruled out, the statement said. Technical teams from the judicial police and forensic and fire experts are on the site. Victim support associations have also been mobilized, the statement said. The prefect of the Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes region, Pascal Melos, the mayor of Vaux-en-Velin, Hélène Jeffrey, and a public prosecutor Nicolas Jacquet traveled to the scene of the incident, the regional authority said. Darmanin and Olivier Klein, the French Minister of Housing, visited the scene and met with first responders later on Friday.